In education, we come across many different issues every day. Technology is a controversial topic that has many views to it. This is Francesca,
Mariah,
and Lauren,
and we will be talking to you about the issues of technology. In the life in which we know it, technology has always been at our fingertips. Before our generation, there were no smartboards, laptops, or iPads. Instead, people could only reference books, dictionaries, and encyclopedias. Technology has been on the rise in the educational world for the past decade, but it always hasn't been that way. According to Richard Alvaninsky in the article Technology in the Classroom Steps Toward a New Vision, he states, "The history of technology in the classroom is one of the cycles of exaggerated promises, highly publicized starts with committed teachers, and excuses for why the promises went unfulfilled. However, many years later, there was a breakthrough with technology. Soon these unfulfilled promises became a reality. Educational technology, whether it be programmed instruction or computer-assisted instruction for teaching and learning, began to become oriented, but only towards an isolated student. Currently, there are many ways that technology is affecting all students and their education." One way in which technology is currently affecting students today is with one-to-one programs. According to Mark and Tamara in Going One-to-One 2.0, a one-to-one program is where each student has their own device. This allows the material to be available to both students and teachers and is much more useful. One-to-one programs are currently making their way into many different schools across the world. As teachers, we have to take advantage of the convenience of this program. Technology is not only affecting students in the United States, but it is affecting classrooms around the entire world. Nationally, schools are implementing technology in their classrooms. In Australia, they have incorporated a new mandated subject into their curriculum called digital technologies. The focus is on computational design and systems thinking. They are supported by using ICT programming languages, robotics, and digital solutions for problems and opportunities. This type of program allows for students to solve problems that might actually happen to them in the real world. This program goes along with STEM and Makerspace, something that is becoming more popular in the classroom. It also gives students more opportunities with technology and other activities that have to do with it. Technology can be a very positive and useful tool if it is used correctly. However, if it is used incorrectly, technology can cause many problems in the learning environment. In order to better understand why technology is such an issue today, we researched and weighed the pros and cons of it. A lot of good things can come from technology in the classroom. One pro of technology is that it provides great opportunities for accommodating and differentiating work for students.
differentiation is all about individualizing your students' likes and dislikes into your lesson, and when you know them, you should be able to find at least one educational lesson or activity for that student. Technology should not be an add-on. It should be used to address instructional challenges and allow for deeper personalization and student choice. Technology also helps with accommodating your students. It knows which skills the student is struggling with, and you can tee up the right kind of practice until it knows the student has mastered it. There are many different resources that technology provides in order to make accommodations in the classroom. Different resources provide ways for students to work on whichever skill they might be struggling with and be able to do it until they master it. These resources can be provided for almost any skill a student may need. Having technology in the classroom also proves to be very beneficial for students and their futures. With the help of technology, students can start learning the fundamentals to things they will be using in everyday life, from the earliest grades how to involve world databases, knowledge, sources, and teams in their thinking processes. Students are able to learn about how to run specific programs starting from an early age that will help them throughout the years, especially when they are older and get jobs. These students will be much more prepared for the real life by using these resources in class than any test could help them learn. Although there are many good things that can come out of technology, there are also many problems that arise with having technology in the classroom. One negative part of technology in the classroom deals with how much it costs to implement it in schools. Many of us know it is very expensive to purchase one new item of technology, whether that be a laptop, tablet, etc., and schools must purchase many. According to the Baltimore Sun, there was a school in Baltimore that purchased technology for each of their middle and elementary school students. This meant buying 150,000 devices. With that purchase of these devices came a hefty receipt of $147 million. As you might be able to guess, this Baltimore school spending $147 million on technology brought up many different concerns to the community. A lot of the community members don't think it was worth it to spend this money on devices for their students when they are so young. Another reason these parents do not want their students to receive these devices, according to the Baltimore Sun, is because they break down and need to be fixed often.
When computers break down, students might not be able to complete work on time if they do not have the devices at home. Not only can broken technology affect students, it also affects the teachers. According to the Bowie and Donovan writing from the Baltimore Sun, many teachers get the curriculum off the school website, but it often crashes. If teachers only teach from their websites and it crashes, they must come up with a completely different lesson on the spot without any resources. Not only is technology costly, but it also might not be helping as much as we believe. In the article, Students First, Not Stuff by William Richardson, he discusses how technology is not doing as much as we think it is. A direct quote from Richardson says, "When I hear school leaders talk about spending thousands of dollars on devices to make students more engaged or to personalize instruction, I know they mean to change little, if anything, of what learning looks like in classrooms." What Richardson means is that schools always talk about how great their new technology is and how much it'll help students, but at the end, it is really not doing much. This can be for many reasons. Maybe the school isn't implementing it the correct way, or maybe the students are abusing this privilege. Yes, the technology is helpful and offers many different resources, but if it is not benefiting the students, then why waste thousands of dollars? Cost is one huge downfall to technology. Another concern to having technology in the classroom is that it is a huge distraction to the learning environment. Bowie and Donovan from the Baltimore Sun state that many parents are concerned that technology causes more of a distraction to their student. Instead of paying attention in class, many students are looking up unapproved websites. Another problem listed is that these students are using a lot more screen time. Screen time is something that needs to be limited for children. However, since all of their schoolwork is through the internet, they are being required to spend more time on screens.
Like anything in the world, technology is always advancing. So how much further can it go? What is the future asking us in regards to technology? With the constant changes in technology, we as teachers need to continue to adapt to it and teach our students how to adapt to it as well. Technology is not something we need in addition to mental activity. Instead, it is now part of mental activity. When looking at the bigger picture, one can definitely see why technology is such an issue. So where do we stand, you ask? Well, we believe that technology is beneficial if implemented the correct way. It should be used to help our students grow academically, not for an easy way out of teaching and learning. As we gathered research, we were made aware that technology is still on the rise and will continue to advance as the years progress. With this being said, as educators, we believe that we have to learn to adapt to using it in our classrooms. It is up to us to use it the correct way.